Hello all you Half Pints out there, and welcome to another Town of Salem gameplay video. Today's gonna take a little bit more of a downer note, and that's okay. I've been asked to do this a couple times before, and I think now might be a good time for it. So I'm gonna do a Skims talk kind of thing. I did this a while back when I was feeling, after I kind of felt pretty down for a little while. I started coming back up, playing ranked practice, by the way. I don't want to play ranked and be talking live about emotions and stuff. I didn't really feel like it'd be good for my playing. But anyway, so I've done this before. Skim Talks is kind of just an episode where I kind of focus on maybe some of the people out there who aren't so happy with where they are, where they're going in life, and maybe they're feeling kind of down, or maybe something happened, and it's hard for them right now. And people have these kinds of days. The reason why I'm feeling up to it right now is because I'm having one of those kinds of days. I was dating somebody for a little while, and yesterday. She broke up with me. Just didn't think that things were compatible, and I didn't really see a future. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her. But I just kind of, it's a little bit sad. It's a bit disappointing. And one of the first things your mind jumps to is when you get broken up with someone like that, is that, like, what did I do wrong? Evidently, I'm not good enough, and I'm not telling you guys this to get pity or for you guys to feel bad about me, because I don't think you should feel bad for me, because I've done this before, and I already know I'm going to get through it, and it's going to start today, and it's taken me to a while, though, to kind of come to this kind of thinking. The last time something like this happened, I was down for months, and I was in a state of borderline depression. Some people probably would have called it depression, but you still kind of, I just kind of want to give this an opportunity to tell you guys how it is that I deal with this kind of stuff, and how it is that from this point forward, I'm going to be making things better in my life and getting myself back to being my own person, and being part of a happier me and a happier Skim Plus. And I just wanted to share this with you guys, because I know some people have a hard time with this. I used to have a hard time with it before I started learning more about who it was that I am. So if you guys are going through a period of time in your life, whether you're just not feeling up to things, if it's hard to get up in the morning, and the sunsets just aren't so brilliant and red anymore, and the mornings are just foggy, and you almost don't want to leave bed, then this video is specifically for you. And I just want to tell you how I kind of deal with that, and maybe it'll help somebody, maybe it won't, but I think it's always worth a shot. One of the things I want to say is that part of what makes my ability to move on so potent is that I'm literally surrounded by you guys. And I have friends that are quote unquote real life friends that I see every day, or not every day. I don't see them every day, but I see now and then, and they're good to me, and we smile lots, and we're happy. But at the same time, there's also a huge audience for me of people who are just there at Twitter, or they're at YouTube, or they're on Facebook, and when I'm down and when I'm out, that's all I have to do is just say, hey, listen, guys, I need a little help today. I need a smile today. I need something today. And that kind of thought process is not necessarily for everybody, but there's I'll vote with him because I'm not really paying attention. But there's some people don't have this. So one of the things that I like to do when I am feeling like this, when something bad happens in my life and I kind of feel ripped up, I don't feel really like I'm worth what I thought I was. I was in a place of comfort, now I'm not. And one of the things I like to do when I hit that point is I like to refocus what I'm doing back on the things that make me happy, me as an individual, me as Skim, and me as myself, my real self too. And I just kind of like going back to those things and reaching into the realm of what I like to do and what makes me me. One of those things, luckily for you guys, is creating videos. And it's always been an outsource for me. Video games have always been a release for me and a comfort. And having you guys as a platform to talk to really helps. But your thing might be rock climbing. I like to rock climb too. Your thing might be drawing or painting or making music, or it might be hiking. Like, these are all things that if they make you happy, you have to do in times like this. It doesn't matter if you're alone, and it doesn't matter if you're with a couple people, so long as they're good people and they're not just kind of people who are iffy in your life. Surround yourself too. Bring together with you people who you like and people who make you happy. But don't forget that your ultimate goal and what you ultimately have to do is learn how to be happy with yourself alone. And one of those things that relationships do that is a bad thing for us as individuals is they get us used to having somebody there, which is, that's nice to have somebody there. But you can't focus your whole life upon that. You can't focus your life upon being sure that you're going to have somebody constantly around you. You'll always have people. There's always somebody out there, believe it or not, I know sometimes it's hard to believe it, that does love you, or that wants to love you, or that will always be there for you if you need them in a time that you're actually, that you're struggling for something, and they'll be there for you. But it's just important to keep in mind that you have to learn how to be with yourself. So I like to refocus on the things that are important to me in my life. I like to refocus down into video games, into recording video games. I like to focus into rock climbing. I like to read a lot. I like to refocus on my work. Typically, when things like this happen to me, the quality of my work goes up. More videos get published. I rock climb more and I go outside more. I run more in the mornings. I get up earlier and I go to bed earlier. And that doesn't mean that doing the opposite was bad for me. It just means that these are the things that make me happy as an individual, and those are the things I'm choosing to do. Because, I've done the whole thing where I've sat around, I've moped, and I've done the whole thing. I know it's hard to get out of it. Don't let me take that away from you. I know that it's hard to. But what you have to do is you have to keep going forward. Because there's really no other option. There's not. There's not another viable option, because things do get better. And this is one of those things that I've learned over the years. I've had a fairly easy life compared to a lot of other people out there in this world. But I've had hardships too. I've had my heart broken. I've been cheated on. I've been told things that, people shouldn't be told. They're just mean things to say to people. But not doing anything about it. And there's definitely a period of time where if it makes you happier to do something on your own, you got to learn how to do that. So you have to kind of bring yourself back into who you are. And it doesn't have to be with somebody, but it can be with somebody else. So it's never a bad idea to surround yourself with friends. Like I said, there's lots of good things about doing what it is that I'm doing here. There's a lot of good things about recording videos and posting them on the internet. Primarily, the good thing about it is, I get to do what I like, and it's a means of getting to people who enjoy what I like. There's definitely a self-satisfaction aspect to it, where it's like, hey, this is cool. I get to play video games, and people talk to me for playing video games. And it's an amazing thing. But then it goes further than that. And the people that care about you, and the people that really want you to be happy, go the next step. When I have a post on Twitter and I'm saying, like, guys, I'm not having a good day. I need a little bit of loving today. I need a smile. I need pictures of cats. You guys do it. And that's the kind of support structure that you have to, over time, build around yourself. So when things like this happen, you don't sit there alone. You gather your friends and you say, I need a couple days of your attention, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to be, that's actually not a fake 2P, and I don't mean to be a bother to you, but I kind of need you right now. And true friends, true family will be there for you. And one of the things that you guys have, in addition to outside of the Half Pint Army, a lot of us in here are good people. Most of everybody that I've met through here is a very good person. And there's no reason. Now I don't know who to kill. I could probably kill Rover. He might be protected, but I don't think so. That'll hopefully keep him from finding my framer. But, you know, there's just a period of time in which you gotta kind of, it's gonna hurt. These things hurt. Getting broken up with hurts. Breaking up with somebody hurts too. It hurts on the other way too. You know, sometimes it's never a pretty thing. It's typically never a pretty thing. And if you enjoy it, you're kind of a sick person. Like, I've never enjoyed breaking up with somebody. I don't enjoy it. But when I'm going to be asked what my role is, that's okay. Oh, great. Amity went bodyguard. That's no fun. I'm second sheriff. Okay, I'm lookout. 2P visited. Rover Stan. Annie is X. I didn't think of lookout. Sarah Wild is Mafia. Get 2P. I'm lookout. Did I say Annie is X? I wouldn't if I were you. They are Moth. So said John. Unless he's lying, which I doubt. I don't know. John is X. John is actually not X. Dang it. John is X. I'm the Amity turned BG. I don't know what to say. John is X. You shouldn't do this. I'm escort. Blocked William last night. I am town, so just save me. John said I'm Inno. See? Come on, guys. I'm trying to win this one. Thank you. Some common sense. Sarah's Mafia. So there we go. On lookout. Sheriff says you're not. I have to push this up. So sorry for not talking about emotions, but if you guys ever need some help, if you guys ever need somebody to help, you can always ask me. Lots of numbers. John says you're Inno. Dang it, I'm trans Inno. You came up as Mafia. Get 2P. I'm not Moth either. I'm not Moth. Maybe we should kill the X then. Oh my gosh, I'm trying, guys. I'm not Moth. If John is X, then maybe we should get him. I'm not Mafia. I can only say it so many times. I'm trying, guys. But yeah, that's it for my, guilty Sarah's honest. Well, that's a shame. I guess I just picked the wrong person to go after. Yeah. Yeah, I did say he was Arso. I don't know what you're talking about, Mandy. But anyway, if you guys ever need something, you can reach out to me. And you can reach out to a lot of other people in the Half Pint Army. And we tend to be really nice people. But these are the important things for you to do. You know, these are the important things. You have to find people that make you happy. You have to find people but not in terms of you need them to survive, but just don't surround yourself with people who are just there. Don't go out there, and I don't suggest you go out there and just go partying. It never worked for me. Maybe it works for you. But I've always found that the best thing for me to do in a time like this is to just kind of refocus back on the things that make me happy. I read, I play video games, I focus on my work. And it sucks for a little while, and it's a little hard to get up, and it's a little hard to eat, and you don't want to clean. You don't want to make your bed or do laundry. You don't want to do any of that. All you want to do is just sit there and be sorry for yourself. And I'm not saying you shouldn't spend a period of time being sorry for yourself. I think that's fine. I think everybody gets there where they just have to look in the mirror and they don't like what they see for a little while, but I want you to know that's temporary. And I want you to know that's going to pass. And the quicker you can get back to being who you are, the quicker it is that you'll get back to being happy. Because you can't rely on people for your whole life. There's going to be periods of time when there's nothing. There's just you, and you're in a new place, you're in a new environment, and you can't be sure of where you are or where you're going. And you have to do your very, very best to just find out who it is that you... Let's say William and Sarah roll. I'm Lookout. My bad, yeah. So you just have to kind of find out what it is that makes you happy. Not what other people want you to do, not what other people expect you to do, not what you were told to do. And I'm not saying I'm the expert in this stuff either, by the way. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there have a lot more experience with this stuff than I do. Like I said, I've had a pretty blessed life. I've been lucky more than I've been unlucky. And as a general, it's been good. My life has been good. Oh, don't vote on Anna. Like, why are we random voting? I'm pretty sure she's gonna get pushed. She only needs one more? Yeah, she'll be pushed. Yeah. Hang on. I think they're doing like a gesture kind of play. Anyway. There's just too much. There's too much in life. There's too many good things in life to just kind of stop seeing the happy parts. Because you have to work on seeing those things. And it's not always an easy thing to see. But you do have to work on seeing those. And so eventually you just kind of realize that the only way for you to get out of this kind of pocket, this kind of period of sadness, is to do it yourself. And so that's what my plan is. I'm not happy at this particular moment. I'm feeling a little down about things. I certainly, one of the worst parts about being broken up with is that you feel immediately as if it's your fault, as if you did something wrong, as if you had the world in your hands and then you did something to throw it away. That's probably not true. That's just probably not a true statement. And because of that, it's just important to keep in mind that no matter what happens, there's better things and there are happier times, and you just have to push through the crud. Just push through the bad parts and get to what is going to be, for almost everybody here, a very happy life. It's really only as good as you make it. And that's true. You have to make the best out of things. And so, yeah, I'm not happy right now. I'm down. I'm a little bit mad. I'm more mad this time than I am upset. Last time I was pretty broken. But this time I'm almost like, are you kidding me? Like, things were good. Your reasoning does not make sense. But there's no use arguing. Because the decision at that point is made. And when the decision is made, that's about it. That's about the best that you're going to get anyway. And so you end up just being this person who is incapable of seeing the light, but you can't let that control you. You can't let that be the defining moment of what you're doing or where you are. And so what you end up having to do is just step back, take a deep breath, and work on yourself. Do a little bit of internal reflection and find out what it is that you want to do with your life, where you want to be. If you've always had a goal of learning a new song on the guitar, pick up the guitar. If you've always wanted to start YouTube, start YouTube. I gotta tell you, sometimes the comments are hard. I'll warn you that. That doesn't always necessarily... Oops, sorry. That was my alarm to wake up in the morning. It's 7:15 a.m. I couldn't sleep. I woke up at 6 a.m. And this is one of those things that happens. And I couldn't go back to sleep. But that's okay. Because I know it's temporary. I know that it's just going to be a period of time in my life, weeks, months, where I'm just not really where I want to be, and I'm down, and I miss it, and it's a little colder at night. But I also know from experience that the last thing I want to do, the last thing that's going to help me, is to make myself miserable over it. The last thing I want to do is just push myself further down. And so to get away from that, to avoid doing that, I'm going to focus on the one person that honestly has to matter to me the most in a situation like this. I have to focus on me. And you have to focus on you. And if you need some help, if you need a helping hand, there's people out there for you. There are people out there, honestly, who are part of these hotlines, and it's easy to say, like, oh, that's not real. That's just a thing. You know, that's not gonna help me. I don't need a psychologist. I don't need somebody to talk to me like that, like I'm a kid. That's not what those people do. Those people help. And sometimes that's the answer. Sometimes the answer is going to seek professional help. And sometimes the answer is going out with friends and having a couple drinks. Just a couple. Drinking excessively when you're unhappy is not very smart. I've learned that too. It's got me into trouble. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to take this opportunity. I'm feeling a little down, and it inspired me. I've been asked a couple times recently to do this, to do a video of another Skim Talks kind of video where we talk about just things that kind of get you down and hurt you a little bit. And I thought now was as good a time as any, because now is when I feel it. So, and if you ever see somebody else out there, even if you're not great friends, who's going through a period of a rough patch, reach out, guys. Reach out. Because you don't know what kind of impact you're going to have on their lives. One thing I cannot stress enough is that you guys, as my Half Pint Army, have helped me through so many down portions of my life. For the last 4 years, you guys have been helping making my days better days. And I can only hope that I give a little itty bitty bit of it back. Because if I give a portion of it back, that's amazing. But if you ever need somebody, there are places to go. There are people to talk to. But my biggest suggestion to you guys, if you're in a period of your life where you're just not happy, is find yourself. People make jokes like, oh, they're going to go find themselves. That's, I have to take a break from dating to find myself. And they laugh at that. I wouldn't. You should take a break from lots of things to find yourself. You should take a period of time to find who it is that you are beyond work, beyond school. I'm not talking about taking years or months off from these things. I'm just saying that you have to sometimes think about the other ways around the situation. And you have to refocus on what it is that matters the most, which is you. Honestly, it comes down to you matter the most. So if you ever see somebody who needs the help, reach out. Talk to them. Remind them that no matter how bad it is, it's going to get better. And that's the honest truth. Very, very, very rarely does it ever get so bad that it hurts worse. It may sink a little bit before it starts to get back up. But you got to keep pushing. You got to keep going. And so that's what I'm going to do. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the benefit of more videos. I hope you guys enjoyed the Skim Talks. It's been a while, and I know it wasn't a very happy video. But sometimes people aren't happy. And sometimes the world isn't all happy. And we just have to keep going. All right. Love you guys. And most importantly, as always, peace out.